excited about today's crafting. We are using a new stamp set that I just got in. Everything Amazing. I just think you're gonna love it. It actually does 3 different messages. You can stamp "You're an amazing friend," wishing you an amazing birthday, and you will do amazing things. Look at the card we made. Isn't that beautiful? It's a side open card. But what's even more special, if we used our 3-in-1 design that we showed you earlier in one of our videos. So we're actually going to make 3 cards today using 1 piece of cardstock and this stamp. I think you're really gonna like it. So let's get started. For today's card, in our Creativity is Calling book, it's on page 20, and it's called Everything in Its Place. So page 20, I think you're really going to like it. You can just buy the Everything Amazing stamp, and that's only $16, and we have some terrific cards for you. First, this is going to be a 3-in-1, and remember, we just take a 8.5 by 11, and we cut it down the middle. So 8.5 by 11, you cut 4 1/4 down the middle to make your top fold card, and all these dimensions will be on my blog as well as on YouTube. And then you cut the other side in half, and you score those in the middle to create a small note card. We have selected some paper today that I think is just really going to make the Amazing stand out. This is what our card's going to look like. And then we have our 2 small cards that we'll be working with. So the first thing we have to do is you need to cut. Now this is a top fold card, but we're going to go ahead and use it as a side fold card. You need to cut your papers, and then we're going to take our yellow cardstock. This is from the Bright selection, and we're going to glue it down. The reason I like this stamp, it's really a 3-in-1 stamp. You'll see in a moment how you can put different messages. The next thing we have to glue down is our purple, and this purple is from the Flower Silhouette series. We're going to glue that down. And we like to use the wet glue so that we can wiggle it around and get it exactly where we need it. Okay, now on this next part where we're going to put our message up here, we're going to go ahead and stamp our message, and then we'll glue it down. So I'm just going to take a piece of paper, and we're going to get our stamp. I already have it on my acrylic block. We're going to use Real Red today for our stamp. So, and these ink pads are so juicy. Oh my goodness. We're going to center it. Okay, about right there. Hold it down to get good contact. Oh, perfect. Okay, that is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and shut the ink pad. Now we're not quite done. We need to put our message in the top and the bottom. And they have several messages on here. Let me show you that real quick. You can put "You're an amazing friend," wishing you an amazing birthday. You will do amazing things, and that's the one we're going to do today. So we're going to use black Stays On ink for our top message, and that says "You will do amazing things." I'm going to stamp it, make sure it goes. Oh, perfect. Okay, we're going to center it there. you will do amazing things. I'm going to make sure I get good stamp. Perfect. You will do amazing things. Oh, just perfect. And like I said, you have 3 messages you can use. Next, we're going to take this and we're going to glue it down on our yellow piece of paper. Wiggle it around to get exactly where you want the contact. Then press. Okay, perfect. Now, as you can see, what we want to do is we want to get a little lift on that. Okay, so we're going to use some dimensionals. But before we do that, we're going to use a technique that I just think is so pretty. We're going to take some Nuvo crystal drops and we're going to just write with it on the word amazing, and it will give it a raised, clear finish that is just beautiful. Okay, perfect. When that dries, it will look like it's embossed. It will be so pretty. We're going to set this aside because we need it to dry first, and we're going to work on our 2 smaller cards. So we have a small card, and we thought, what could we do to kind of match the colors? What we're going to do is we're going to take 2 colors, and we are going to blend these colors just to give us a pretty background. Show you one that we've already done. We've already blended it. We're going to use the crushed curry and the real red. So, and you'll need your scrubber in between when you do this so that you can scrub off your blending tool. Okay, so let's start with our crushed red, and these are so juicy. I always just kind of go after this a little bit. Put something in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my crushed curry. And we're just trying to create just a little rainbow of color. We can come in a little darker on the sides if we want. Bring us some more real red in. That's always kind of pretty. Just a little darker around the corners. And then if you have any spot that is just too dark, like this red up here, we may need to tone it down just a little. We'll just take some of that crushed curry over it. Perfect. Okay. I think we have just our little bit of extra color that we need. I'll go ahead and shut those. And we will stamp, let's see. Let's stamp that, and we're going to stamp it in black so that we can see it. And we're going to get this in black. I want to make sure and stamp it off first, just to make sure I have good color. Oh, perfect. This is such a beautiful stamp. Okay, press down for good contact. Ah, perfect. Oh my goodness. Next, we're going to come in with this time we're going to use a different saying. We used, you can do amazing things. This time, we will take our stamp and do wishing you an amazing birthday. Make sure, sometimes your stamps curve, so you want to make sure it doesn't curve. It's exactly. Okay. So, it's the first time I've used that one, so we're going to stamp it off. Got a little bit dark, make sure. There we go. Okay. Wishing you. Oh, perfect. Wishing you an amazing birthday. Oh, I love it. Then our next one we'll use is, let's see what we have left here. You are an amazing friend. Perfect. You are an amazing friend. I love it. When I saw this first in the catalog, I just knew there were so many possibilities that you could do with it. You could make this as a gift for someone. Oh, perfect. You are perfect. An amazing friend. Just to double check. Yeah, glad I checked. Didn't quite have the D. Okay, so what we did is we put that Nouveau Crystal Glaze on here. Oh, I think it just made it beautiful. Just beautiful. So to step it up just a little bit, we're going to use the Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Just love these dimensionals. We're going to put them on the corners. And then I'm going to put probably 2 in the middle to make sure that it is raised. And take 2. Okay, I'm just going to set this down in the center. Oh. Press it down and we have our large card. You will do amazing things. Oh, I think that's just wonderful. Okay, so we added some flowers in the center, and we use the Stampin' Up! Blends. We use Cherry Cobbler, Pumpkin, and Daffodil Delight. I'll tell you, I love the names of their inks and their blends. It makes me hungry. So, our 3-in-1 cards today, we made our large one. We have our small note card that we also added the Nouveau glaze to the top and added our little birthday candles. Put it right there. And then we created another one very similar to our large one. We layered on it, put some flowers, and then of course put our flowers on the inside. I think it turned out just beautiful. Well, if you liked today's video, please take time to subscribe and leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you're going to do with this wonderful stamp set. Go out and have a fantastic day.